Hello friends, in this video we are going to understand a very important concept called as types of triggering. Let us begin. So let us understand what is meant by triggering, what is the need of triggering and how do we apply this triggering and all. Let us assume a particular circuit or a device which has set of inputs and set of outputs. So it is very convenient to understand if these inputs are changed, outputs are bound to change because outputs are function of what? Inputs. So inputs are given, it is processed by the circuit and output is displayed or output is given. Now even though the input is given, I want that output should be reflected into another output. So what we want is output should be changed only at a particular time instant. Even though inputs are applied, output should not change immediately. Outputs are changed only at a particular time instant, meaning that along with the input I have to give extra input just for a timing reference, and this timing reference is for the circuit, so that circuit will come to know at what time instant in fact output should be changed according to the input given. So require one more input called as a timing reference input. So this input is known as a timing reference input, and this timing reference input is nothing but a clock. So this input is known as a clock. When input is fixed to, let's say, 0 volt, 0 volt is considered as ground, am I right? So it is continuously 0, it is considered as ground. What if a particular input is connected to VCC permanently? So it is permanently VCC, so it is permanently 1. So there are two types of input you can apply, continuous 0 and continuous 1. And what if I keep on toggling between 0 1 0 1 0 1? That is nothing but switching on between VCC ground, VCC ground, VCC ground, and this makes a clock. So clock is a signal which will keep on switching between 0 and 1. So resultant clock looks like this. This is what we call as a clock. Now with this clock, as you can see, this is 0, even this point is 0, this point is 1, this point is 1, then this is 0 0, this is 1 1 0 0 1, and so on. Now I'll tell you the transitions that is happening in the clock. The first transition that you can see, it is going from 1 to 1, is that right? So 1 to 1 transition is called as positive level, as well as suppose if I am talking about this transition, that is 0 to 0, it is called as negative level. So there are two types of triggering, basically level triggering and edge triggering. So let us not understand triggering now, let us understand the particular time instant now. So these are the time instants which I have made as a arrow mark, which is transiting from 1 to 1 or 0 to 0, called as positive level and negative level. Here I am trying to show you different time instants. The first category that we have seen is level. The other category we are going to see would be edge. So what we have seen is just a level, and level have got two types, that is positive level and negative level. So in level we have two categories, one is called as a positive level, the other one is called as a negative level. Remember, for positive level we are transiting from 1 to 1, and for negative level we are transiting from 0 to 0. So for positive level we are transiting from 1 to 1, and for negative level we were transiting from 0 to 0. And even in edge we have two types called as positive edge and negative edge. In positive edge we are transiting from 0 to 1, as you can see here. At this case we are transiting from 0 to 1, this is called as positive edge. So when we are going from 0 to 1, it is called as positive edge, and of course when it is 1 to 0 transition, it is called as a negative edge. So 1 to 0 transition is called as a negative edge. So in a way what I am trying to tell you are time instant, different time instants, right? Positive level, positive edge, negative edge. Positive edge is also called as rising edge because look at the arrow of positive edge, it is transiting from 0 to 1, so the arrow is upward. Therefore, positive edge is also called as rising edge. Whereas when I'm talking about negative edge, so look at the arrow of negative edge, it is going down, therefore it is also called as falling edge. Now with this time instance, we are going to see a types of triggering. Now what is meant by triggering? Triggering means your inputs are given, it is reflected into output. But this time, even though you have given input, I want my output to change only if a particular time instant is present, right? So if that time instant is a level, then the type of triggering is called as a level triggering. If your outputs are changing at, let's say, age time instants, then it is called as age triggering. And in again two types of triggering, that is level triggering and age triggering, we will have two different types, that is positive level triggering, negative level triggering, positive age triggering and negative age triggering. So now we shall see what are types of triggering. So there are two types. First one is called as a level triggering, the other one is called as a age triggering. So types of triggering are not different from the time instance, right? In positive level and negative level, which comes under this level triggering category, as well as in age triggering, again we have two types. The one is called as positive age triggering, the other one is called as a negative age triggering. Where positive age triggering is also called as a rising age triggering and negative age triggering is also called as falling age triggering. So don't forget, a positive level is nothing but 1 to 1 transition, a negative level is nothing but 0 to 0 transition, positive age is nothing but 0 to 1 transition and negative age is nothing but 1 to 0 transition. So these are types of triggering. Now we have understood what is the type of triggering, but then how to use it and how does that make a difference for circuit to act to the given inputs, we will see. Now first of all, we will see what happens in level triggering. So in level triggering, we got two categories. First category is called as a positive level triggered. So in positive level triggering, let us consider a particular device that will have set of input and set of output. So these are inputs and these are outputs. Along with that, it has one more input for a timing reference called as a clock. And this clock is the way I am drawing. So in this, even though inputs are given, outputs are changed, but only during positive levels. See, these are positive levels. So please understand this. During this positive level only, outputs are changed. So categorically, if I tell you, during positive level, outputs are going to change. During this interval, it is not going to change. Again, during positive level, outputs are going to change. Again, this is the duration where outputs are not going to change, and only during positive level outputs are going to change. Therefore, such device is called as a positive level triggered device. I repeat, such device which reacts to input only during positive levels of clock are called as positive level triggered device. So in fact, to indicate it is a positive level triggered device, the way I have drawn the clock, the same way you have to draw the clock. For every type of triggering, style of drawing the clock is different for every triggering. So we will see how. So now we shall see the next type, that is negative level triggering. In negative level triggering, let us have some device. again which has some set of inputs and some set of outputs. And for timing reference, I have applied a clock. This clock will have a similar behavior like this. But as you can see, the way I have applied clock it with the help of bubble. So whenever there is a bubble drawn over here while applying a clock, this is always indicating that it is a negative level triggering device. So this is called as negative level triggered device, where outputs are changed even though inputs are changed, outputs are not changed. Outputs are changed only when there is a negative level at clock input. That is, as you can see, during this time only outputs are changed. So even though some input is given, it is reflected into output only during negative levels of the clock, and therefore such device is called as negative level triggered device. Now we shall see what happens in edge triggering. So the third category that we are going to see is positive edge triggering. So during positive edge triggering, again let us have some device which has again some set of inputs and some set of outputs. And for timing reference, I am going to apply a clock which will look similar to all the clocks, of course. So way of drawing a clock is like this. As you can see, the arrowhead is inside that device. As you can see, during positive level, this arrowhead was outside the device. Now the arrowhead is inside the device. It indicates it is not positive level but positive edge. It means even though inputs are applied, outputs are not reflected, or it is not reflected into output until and unless positive edges appear at clock. That is, your outputs are changed only during this time instance which I am marking over here, that is 0 to 1 transition. So only during 0 to 1 transition only outputs are changed, and such device is called as positive edge triggered device. So now we shall see the last type, that is negative edge triggered device. Again I have some set of device here which has set of inputs and set of outputs. I am sure you must have guessed that this time a timing reference will have bubble along with edge or arrowhead inside the device, and this indicates it is a negative level triggered device. What does that mean? I am drawing a clock here. So even though inputs are given, outputs are changed only during negative time instants, that is negative edges, only during negative edges, only when the clock is falling from 1 to 0, only during that instant your inputs are changed and then it gets reflected into output. So such type of device which reacts to the inputs only when there are falling edges at clock, then that device is called as negative edge triggered device. So this is how this triggering works, and if the triggering knowledge is known to you, then only it is possible to solve problems which are based on the sequential logic circuit. Thank you.